Morning guys, so today is the Thursday 15th of August. We've got some pound news coming out soon and we got some dollar news coming out later. Euro bank holiday in France and Italy, so something to watch out for. Euro dollar, we came into essentially the yearly high yesterday. This is where the imbalance for the year started, and price also held this daily time frame fair value gaps 50% mark yesterday and then found some resistance. On the lower time frame, it's clearer. I wanted price to come down to at least this level, which it has already done without giving an entry. And yeah, price came down with bearish imbalance and just made its way all the way down to the drawn liquidity, and it's already made its move. If price comes to these fair value gaps and provides some kind of an entry on the lower time frame, then I might take a short entry. Otherwise, there isn't any trading opportunities unless we start seeing some break below and then push down to these levels. I took a trade after price took out these yearly highs yesterday on the 5-minute time frame, around after price took out this high at 1/2 on the 5-minute right here, sorry, on the 15-minute right here on this inverse fair value gap, and I took a short right at this level with stops above these highs and targets down here, and that was stopped out immediately. That was a trade on a small account, not on my main account, so because it doesn't meet all of my rules of a market structure shift, so yeah, it was still a small loss. On the 5-minute, the entry looked something like this. It did come into a bullish fair value gap and found support for entry, which is something I noticed, and it kind of put me off the trade. However, because I was already in the trade, I didn't want to get out of it. I took that loss and then I re-entered after price rejected these 50% around here with stops right up there, and I had my targets down to these lows. And unfortunately, because I took a loss already, I already took a loss there after I entered this position, I could not hold it and I got out straight away, which is kind of annoying because this would have been a very good trade. The main reason I took a short at these very highs, it's not tested or anything, is because I know I saw something similar on pound dollar last month, where price came up to deep into this range where you have imbalances just before the highs, and price, I remember price coming into this second fair value gap, or you can look at this as a inverse fair value gap right here, and price tapped into those levels and immediately found strong resistance, and then since then we have just been we've come down to almost these lows. So that was my main reason for the euro dollar short at the very peak yesterday, which I got out immediately anyway. So for pound dollar, last week we held this weekly time for fair value gap, and right now we've come into either this fair value gap, or you can look at it as this inverse fair value gap, and we started to find some resistance yesterday. After rejecting these daily time frame fair value gap, weekly time frame fair value gap, we started pushing up with strong bullish momentum. We closed yesterday with this bullish fair value gap right there. On the 4-hour time frame, we had these equal highs right below this imbalance, which was a good location to start looking for trading opportunities. However, because yesterday was a CPI day, I wasn't really keen on looking for trading opportunities at that level. We rejected that level, came down and held these fair value gaps. Price pushed up, rejected that level again, and then pulled that back down. So on here we have displacement after rejecting those equal highs on 240. Fair value gap held, further displacement, and potential drawn liquidity is down here. You have these fair value gaps price is running into. On the 15 minute, you have more fair value gaps, probably good above these highs, but because CPI is coming out soon, ideally it's not really a trade. Also have, you can see prices accumulating, and you're seeing manipulation right now. Manipulation to these highs, and then price might come back down to these level, and then it will do whatever it wants. But we have CPI news coming out for pound dollar, so that's something to be mindful of. And that's that.